think I might call this video, we run off assumptions and beliefs. You notice how I didn't say faith? That's a different thing. Most of us don't know stuff. We believe what other people have told us. That's a fact. We don't know stuff. We believe the information we've been told. We assume we know what's going to happen next. I assumed my pipe would actually keep burning, but it didn't. It's fucked. Didn't light it enough. I'll go with my little list here again. Let's do that again. Let's start with the basics of everyday life. We assume we have a job tomorrow. Most of us that have like 9 to 5s. You know, you go to bed at a decent time because you have to wake up at a reasonable time to get to work. You assume your job didn't burn down. Like the building you work at, it didn't burn down overnight. You assume that. You don't know that it's going to be there tomorrow. You don't know for a fact. You assume. You believe it will be. You believe you won't be fired tomorrow if you have a job. Job security is a lie. Union or not, by the way. That's a big story. The unions don't give you more money. That's a long story. We believe that we're going to get old, so we save. That's hedging your bets. That's understandable. But you're hedging your bets that if you get old, you will have money later. You might get hit by a bus too. So you assume that you'll get old. By saving money, you'll have money when you get old. That's an assumption. It's a belief. Notice that, like I said, I'm not using the word faith. I'm reserving that for religious purposes. And we're in a very irreligious society. So I'm not using the word faith. I'm using assumption and belief. Just like how people believe we went to the moon. You didn't go there. I didn't go there. Nobody you knew went there. A handful of Freemasons dead. Oops. That's awkward. I'm using my magic notepad here of ideas. When a lot of men were younger, most of them, we assumed that sending her flowers would be good. That doesn't work. We assume that being nice works. That doesn't work. And being nice and good, two different things. You guys know. Being nice is kissing somebody's ass. Being good is telling the truth when nobody wants to hear it. Being a good person, a decent, honorable, truthful person, will get you crucified. I'm sure many of you have learned that. That was a belief that many of us held for a long time. Like I said, belief, not knowing. A lot of us assumed or believed that the governmental system, healthcare, police, were there for you. You pay your taxes, right? They're there for you. No, they're not. That was a belief. That was an assumption. You assumed. You believed. Based on what you were told. Until you saw the cracks in the wall and the plaster. Oops. Another assumption. You didn't know. What do you know? What do I know? I don't know what the fuck I know. I don't think I know fucking anything. What I do sort of know, and when it comes to the scientific methods and arts, scientific, when I say arts, I mean physical, natural science practices. Like when, personally, since I'm trained in electrical theory, again, theory. If I put a 9-volt battery in a circuit with, say, a known with a known resistor, light bulb, and a switch, and I can variably measure that resistance of that resistor and know that wattage of that bulb, and know that switch will close reliably, and know that battery will provide a certain amount of current and voltage, I can reliably, every single time, produce a circuit with a certain result every single time. Every single time. Whether, and that's regardless of, there's the electron theory. Nobody's seen an electron. It's a theory, it's a model. It works, though. It works. The model works. It's a model, though. It's still a model. Still a model. However, it's repeatable. I know, because I've done it myself, repeatable. I know that I can do that 99.9% of the time with the same result. I know that works. However, there's a lot of other things on this little piece of paper that nobody knows. It's all belief, handed down, up and down and across individuals in society, across generations and hierarchies. It's not a know. It's not a knowing. It's a belief. It's an assumption. Like I said, you assume the system's there for you when you were younger and naive. You don't know for a fact that it is. It's not repeatable. It's not demonstratable. It's not testable. Well, you can test it. You'll lose. Oh, by the way, if it seems a little fuzzy, I'm using the front-facing thing on the camera there that I've never used in like 5 years, and it's pasted over with glue because I've covered it with a sticker so they can't see my face when I'm using my camera. So, fuck you, by the way. Alright, what's next on the list here? Oh, yes, you assume doctors know what they're talking about. Don't do that. You don't know that they know what they're talking about. I don't think they know they don't know what they're talking about. Uphill for every hill. Ooh, you got the sniffles? Here's a bottle. These are matches. You might as probably just say it's healthy just to eat matches. But people trust them. People trust doctors to put kids' shit in their arms. They think the doctors know that's true. The doctors believe they know it's true. Thing is, that's all belief in a theoretical system of contagion that's never been scientifically proven. Now, people throw studies and shame at you, but a system this corrupt and broken, can you really feel shame from people that you have no respect for? Oh, computer, come on, you fuck. There we go. That's a whole lot of bullshit. It's a belief. It's an assumption. You assume they know what they're doing. They believe they know what they're doing. There is no concrete sense of knowing for sure. Like, there's a few things that people would know. They know of. I know that if I jump off a building of a certain height, I will be injured or die. Regardless of the theory of gravity or buoyancy, or the fact is there's an acceleration force that propels you downwards and you'll get fucked up. I know that. If I drive my car towards a solid brick wall, I know that I'm going to get fucked up. I don't need to run an experiment for that. That's not a theory. That's not a belief. That's not an assumption. See, very hard, concrete things like that. That is a knowing. Beyond that, it's up in the air. All of it's up in the air. Politics. It's a bunch of people thinking that they can cede their self-reliance onto a bunch of other meat sacks in a bunch of fancy buildings with a bunch of fancy suits that they assume, they believe that if a bunch of us just come together and just vote on the right thing, that, oh, we'll just pool our research. No, obviously that doesn't work. We've seen that it doesn't work. But it keeps going because we have a belief. We assume. I dare say they have faith in it. And I don't like to use the word faith because it's this whole thing I'm talking about. Everything is just secular. I reserve the word faith for God-fearing people or even hell. Legitimate pagan believing people. And if they're serious about it and they got faith in it, I will let them use the word faith. But when it comes to secular shit like legal systems, political systems, I will never use the word faith for that. They do not. That does not deserve the word faith. That is just assumption and belief. What other magical shit I got in this paper here? Oh, I wrote real fucking tiny here. Oh yeah, okay, let's keep going to this one. How many men, all of them basically, assume or believe that their wife will never divorce them and stay with them until death do us part? We know how well that goes. Works about 50% of the time. That's a bad belief and assumption system. Not the best. That's obviously if it works, but I ain't playing that fucking game. We wake up every day, at least most people, we assume, we believe that the power is going to be on when we wake up the next day or we come home from work. We assume, we believe that the water is going to be running when we wake up or get home from work that day. How many people have hundreds of gallons of water ready to go if that doesn't happen? How many people have electrical heating backup if that doesn't happen? If they don't, either they don't think about it, which means they believe it's not going to go down, or two, they're due and they can't afford to do it. I have a lot more respect for the second party that know it's going to go to shit, but they can't afford to stock up. I don't have much respect at this point for the amount of knowledge that's out there and the amount of access to history that's out there and history repeating itself or rhyming. That the amount of people that just like, oh, it's gonna be cool tomorrow. Don't worry, bro. That it's never gonna happen the next day. No, I have no pity left. The information's out there. Oh, just it's gonna be fine tomorrow, bro. Don't worry about it. Oh, like I said before. Oh yeah, I'm going to work tomorrow. Well, how do you know your work didn't burn down overnight? You don't know that. You believe it. You assume it. I'm sure I got something else written down here. Give me a second. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I ran the fuck out. Maybe I ran the fuck out. No, I think I did. Oh, here's my next topic. That's a big one. I'm not going to talk about that now. I mean, it could be used for good, but in this society, I don't think so. Well, I think I can't think of a really good closing statement that I might use today. I gotta splice videos, make a little intro, play like guitar and bass, but I gotta figure the whole video editing thing out. I'm really like fucking lazy when it comes to that. So I'm using my phone because I can't find my fucking SD card for my good camera. So I'm using my phone. I hate using my phone. So remember, if your ideas stay hard for more than 4 hours, consult your bartender.